What is up, everyone? Paul from Timeless Gaming here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get all three of the tier 3 relics inside of Ashes of the Damned Curse Mode. So basically for these, you have to make sure beforehand you have tier 2s, or at least one or two of tier 2s relics in order for you to go ahead and be able to get yourself to tier 2 in order to get the tier 3 relics. So make sure that you 100% are on tier 2 when you go for these relics, or else they won't spawn and you won't be able to get them. The portals just won't happen. Now these ones are a little bit more complicated and way more difficult when it comes to the round you actually have to reach in order to get any of the tier 3 ones. You have to reach round 60 and above for 2 of these, so be ready for that. The first one though, we're going to go over how to get the blood vials. So basically for the blood vials, you want to be on round 20 or above, and the first red phone will spawn on round 20. Now for the red phones, there's multiple spawn locations for these. For me, the first spawn location was in Ashwood. It is on the counter right next to where you get the armor plates. As long as you're around the vicinity or in the POI, you'll be able to hear the phone ring. So for me, like I said, it was up on this counter. I interacted with it, and once you interact with it, the phone will disappear after a Mr. Peak's laugh, basically. So when you're done with that, on round 40 and above, we'll be able to get the other 2 phones. So the next one that I got, again, multiple spawns, so make sure every 10 rounds, every time you hit one of those 10 rounds, you check all the POIs to see if you can hear the phone ringing. My second one was in the Cosmodrome, sitting there on the desk, and my third and final phone that I found was actually at exit 115 inside of the garage in this back area. Interact with all 3 phones, and once you're done, you will hear Mr. Peak's laugh. The third phone will not disappear, it will stay here forever. Once you've heard the Mr. Peak's laugh, we're now going to go ahead and head over to Blackwater Lake for the portal. Once you get to Blackwater Lake, right next to the Gobble machine will be our first trial portal. Now for this one, weapons do 50% less damage. Now if you're on tier 2, it's already very difficult, so I suggest having a cashback, having, full perks if you can use the Perkaholic, beat the Easter egg if you can, anything that you possibly can when going for this, because again, your weapons do 50% less damage, so you'll be running through a lot more ammo than you normally would if it did regular damage. Also, make sure you have monkeys, Casimirs with you to make this a lot easier as well. Now, once we enter into the trial, there's going to be 6 waves for the tier 3 relics. 6 waves of enemies that we have to do, and we have to fight, and we have to do the HVT waves. Now, on wave 1, we're basically just going to be killing zombies. On wave 2, I believe, or 3 and 6 will actually be fighting HVTs, and we have to kill the HVTs in order to get past it. So again, waves 1 and 2, 4 and 5 are going to be just killing regular zombies, and the elite zombies that will spawn, such as doppelgasts, Xerxes will spawn sometimes, stuff like that, so be ready for that. And once you're done with the trial, you will be teleported out and you will get your trial complete screen. And of course, right after that, you'll get the notification that you have obtained the blood vials for this one or whatever relic you are going for. Of course, once that pops up, you know you are completely done with that trial, and we can move on to our next one. Now, the next one is going to be a lot more difficult. For this one, on solo, it's 10 times easier. You have to basically beat the Easter egg and hit round 60. Now, on solo, you could beat the Easter egg on any round at all. You can beat it as early as possible. When you get to round 60, though, you will have to save and quit on round 60 in order for the portal to spawn. On co-op, though, you actually have to beat the boss fight and beat the Easter egg on round 60, since there is no save and quit option. So keep that in mind. If you're doing this solo, 10 times easier. If you're doing this co-op, you have to beat the boss fight on round 60. Once you're done with that, this one, basically what you want is explosives. This is going to be that zombies are only damaged and killed by explosives. So for me, I suggest Semtexes or cluster grenades. Anything rocket launchers will work. And I also suggest, if you're going to use any wonder weapon type weapons, the gauntlet works, as well as the ray gun Mark 1. Now, once you're ready, go ahead, jump into the trial, and again, they can only be damaged by explosives. This is also a 6-wave trial, so waves 1 and 2, kill regular zombies, elite zombies that spawn. Waves 3 and 6, you have to kill HVTs, which are complete bullet sponges, especially at round 60. Everything is a bullet sponge, and this just takes forever. So make sure, again, you have a cache back or enough points for you to go ahead and get to ammo caches, and you'll be able to buy ammo for your weapons. So make sure that you stock up on as much essence as you possibly can before attempting any of these relics whatsoever. As you guys can see, for me, I had 60 or 76,000 essence to make sure that I was 100% fully ready when going into them. Now, once you've completed all 6 waves, once again, you will be teleported out of the trial, and you have 100% completed it, and this time we'll be getting the dragon head relic, which is absolutely amazing. Again, these last 2 relics you have to hit round 60 and above in order to do, so it just makes it way harder. You'll get your message for trial complete, and you will get the dragon head from Horizon Drak. So after that, we're gonna move on to our third one. Our third one, we have to be on round 60 or above as well, and basically we have to go a complete round without taking any damage whatsoever. So I suggest, of course, the easiest one to do this on is a Ravager round. Use your the trap mostly all you have to do is hit the trap once, and the Ravagers will all head to the trap. And once you're done doing that and they're all dead and you've completed the round, you'll hear Mr. Peaks laugh, and your your portal will spawn back at Blackwater Lake. You can use, at least for me, I was able to use the tactical grenades such as Casimirs or monkeys, but I've heard reports that that does not work and you actually have to only use the trap. So try to just use the trap when it comes down to getting this relic, because it has worked more so for people than using any tacticals. Anyways, for this one is the hardest one to do, the longest one to do. You need brain rot on your weapons, and the only ways you can get through all 6 waves is having zombies kill each other using brain rot. Now, psych grenades don't work, so do not go for those whatsoever. Make sure you have a cache back on you. Make sure you have a lot of points, because this is going to take forever. I also suggest having 2 normal weapons, 2 bullet weapons with brain rot on. One being your Pack-a-Punch 3 weapon and your main weapon that you're going to be using to get to round 60, but also having your secondary weapon as a Pack 1 weapon or a Pack 2 weapon only, or not even Pack-a-Punch at all. Make sure that it does have brain rot on it though as well, because you don't want to spend too many points, and again, this takes absolutely forever, especially when getting zombies to kill HVTs. This took me an hour to do, just solo, just running around and not doing anything else but buying ammo, shooting, and all that. Once you're done though, you'll get your trial complete, and you will get the transit bus as your third and final relic for tier 3. Now, with that being said, hopefully this guide helps you get all the relics. If you guys have any complications with these relics, let me know down in the comment section below. For a lot of these relics, people are having different reports on things that are working and things that are not working. It is like completely just all over the place when it comes down to the relics. Nobody knows why things aren't working. Nobody knows why things are working in certain ways for certain people but not other people. So it's made things kind of a big mess. Honestly, I think that the relics are just really bugged for some reason, but this is what worked for me, and if it worked for me, I can almost, well, not even almost guarantee, I can hopefully guarantee it'll work for you, because again, at this point, there's so many different reports on what's working and what's not working that it's almost impossible to tell the correct way to do any of these relics. Anyways, with that being said, again, hopefully this guide helped you guys out. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Astro Malorium comes out in 3 days, guys. 3 days, and there will be tons and tons of zombies content coming from that. Also, when the last tier 2 relic is found, I'm definitely going to have a video on that and how to get that one and all tier 2 relics as well. We just have not found the final relic in Ashes of the Damned yet. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, and remember to stay timeless.